Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the magnificent Copacabana Lounge at the luxurious Stardust Hotel and Casino in fabulous Las Vegas. And now, the Tamil Pious Value Cuban Club is proud to present Viva Las Rhubarb!
Set my soul on fire. Gonna get those glass up higher. There's a whole lot of people sitting out there, and they're all looking for a way to lose their hair. But I'll see the show, and I ain't got a prayer. There were more than 2 hours for the show. 'Cause even if there were 44, it's not enough for our egos. There'll be jokes and songs of every appeal. We're gonna cut loose and who what will reveal. We'll leave a strong stomach and nerves of steel. Viva! Rhubarb with your 10 valleys of tire, and your jokes that will inspire. The hopes go down the drain. Viva Las Rhubarb, only 2 hours long. This is where you get home. If you see it once, you'll never be the same again. Whoa. What do we have here? Hello, darling. What's your name? Glory? Why, that's a beautiful name. It reminds me of one of my favorite songs. Hit it, Johnny. I gotta be back in Memphis by midnight. Hit it, Johnny. I don't know, drink a whole lot more. You ain't living in a dream. If you've seen us before, then you already know. The more you drink, the better we'll see. We're gonna give it everything we've got. We think we can, we get it, we cannot. Please, dear Lord, let the desert be hot. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Viva Las Vegas. Viva, Viva Las Vegas.
Dancer.
Well, thank you.
What's your name anyhow?
Carmen.
What a great name. Is that a family name?
Well, no, I actually named myself. It represents the things I love the most. Cars and men. So, what's your name?
Beer, boobs, and golf.
I'm leaving. I'm going to be a hooker. on $800 a year.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Blenders.
Plenty money, 1922. You let other people make a fool of you. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here, give me some money too. Go sit down, wondering what it's all about. If you ain't got no money, they will put you out. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here, give me some money too. If you had prepared 20 years ago, you would be wandering out from door to door. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here, give me some money too. Like some other men do. Like some other men do.
Carol, what's wrong? Bees on my thumb. Well, why don't you put some cream on it? But Abby, the bee will be miles away by now.
And this is the pig I sleep with when you have a headache.
That's not a pig, that's a sheep.
I wasn't talking to you.
Yes?
I'm here to check in.
Yes, my dear. Would you like an inside room or an outside room?
You better give me an inside room because it's raining outside. Hello? Is this the front desk?
Yes, this is the front desk.
My bed is awful. I thought you said it was a 3-season bed.
It is a 3-season bed, madam. There is no spring. Hey, you buddy, where are you going with that big one?
I'm taking him to the beach.
I think you gotta take him to the zoo.
Hello, is this the front desk?
Something's wrong with this desk. Hello, front desk.
Yeah, I've got a leak in my sink.
You go right ahead, sir. The customer is always right. Hey, you, where are you going with the suitcase?
I'm a lawyer. Taking my case to court.
Hello, is this the front desk?
Yes, this is the front desk.
Well, I had the room service bring me up some soup, and there's a flyer in it.
That's entirely possible, madam. The cook used to be a tailor. onion. That'll make your ice water. Now what are you doing?
I'm taking this case to a higher court.
Hello? Hello, is this the front desk?
Yes, this is the front desk.
Thought you said there wasn't a single cockroach in this hotel.
No, that's right, sir. There are no single cockroaches in this hotel. They're all happily married and have exceedingly large families.
Rubber balloons!
What do you...
Rubber balloons!
Out of my water.
Rubber balloons!
Hey, you, buddy. Where'd you get that plan?
I got this plan from my wife.
Wow. Wish I could make a trade like that. Now what?
I lost my case.
Hey, hey, I thought I told you to take that penguin to the zoo.
I did. He had a wonderful time. Now I'm taking him to the movies.
Hello?
Yes,
Is this the front desk?
Yes, this is the front desk.
Is the dining room still open?
Madam, the dining room at the Stardust is always open. What can we do for you?
Well, send me up an elephant sandwich.
Oh, I'm sorry, madam. We couldn't possibly cut up a whole elephant just for one sandwich. How about a tongue sandwich?
I don't want anything that's been in a cow's mouth.
And how about some eggs? Where are you going with all those glasses of water?
My room's on fire.
Now what? Oh, good grief. Oh, I think she's fainted. What do we do?
Rubber arms, rubber arms.
That's not working. What do we try next?
Rubber legs, rubber legs.
That's not working. What do we try next?
Rubber balloons! Rubber balloons!
I'm Roberta Rhubarb,
And I'm Cassandra Cassava.
and here's the news. On the national front, Barack Obama has a new plan for increasing how many barrels of oil America produces. He's going to force the oil companies to use smaller barrels. He's so simple.
The average national price of a gallon of gas at an all-time record high of $4.75, meaning that wherever you're going this summer, it might be cheaper to mail your car.
Secretary of the Treasury, Timothy Geithner, reported continued disappointment with the economy. Some examples. Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt adopted a child from America. McDonald's is now selling the quarter ouncer, and ExxonMobil laid off 25 congressmen.
Fox News announced that Glenn Beck is leaving his show. They say it's nothing personal, he just wants to spend more time with the voices in his head.
He has so much company, yes. Well, on the political front, Newt Gingrich has announced he is definitely withdrawing from the 2008 political.
And Republican Mitt Romney is coming under fire from the Democrats for not having enough foreign policy experience. Well, the other night he got into some more hot water after he introduced his wife as the heavyweight champion of his life. And that may explain why on the way home he was strapped to the roof of his car.
Along with the door. In an article in Science News, scientists announced that if you took all the veins in your body and laid them end to end, you'd die.
Researchers at Harvard say red wine can slow the aging process. They say if you drink red wine, it can actually help you look younger, and if you want to even look younger, get the other person to drink a lot more. California just passed a new law. There's now a 5-day waiting period before Kim Kardashian can get married again. And while we're on the topic, big news, President Obama has come out this week in support of gay marriage. Newt Gingrich, on the other hand, didn't agree or disagree on the gay marriage thing. However, he did say there should be a term limit on all marriage. Maybe just for him, right? Well, a teacher is suing the Department of Education for discrimination, saying she lost her job because she is cross-eyed. The school, however, is claiming she cannot control her pupils. The San Francisco Chronicle defended their headline about a patient who broke out of Napa State Hospital and ended up in a house of prostitution. The headline read, "Nut, Bolts, and Screws." And now, a little bit. An Occupy Belvedere rally was recently planned. Organizers were disappointed when they found the entire population was in the 1% and no one showed up. This just in, a truckload of artificial hair is just overturned on Highway 101. Police are now combing the countryside. You want to have a brush with the law, would you? Well, finally, the Mill Valley Police Department is reporting that someone stole all the toilet seats. The cops have nothing to go on. That's it for now. I'm Rhubarb, and these are those reviews.
Technoset, my work is on the internet, don't you know? It's the world we know. I stay up late online, I make dates online, I find where the line, I buy birds online, I find where the time, I even wine online. But no one needs to know. I see people walking all around with their eyeballs just pointed down at their toes. It's the world we know. I think there is something more to life. Remember when friends did more than talk about their roads? Where did it go? Chatting on a page of Facebook is not like the Vegas trip to the water show. Where did it go? You can't hold hands online, sing and dance online, you can't kiss online, or do this online. If you laugh online, you laugh online. No one hears, you know? I think we should get together if we find we feel much better than I propose. We get out and go.
Just know it makes you happy to grab any line or lassie after the show. Just get out and go.
Guess what, Daddy? I'm getting married.
Really? Does this guy have any money?
Oh, Daddy, you guys are all the same. That's the exact same thing he asked me about you.
I'm feeling really guilty. I had sex with a patient yesterday.
What happened, man? Don't be so hard on yourself.
You don't understand. I'm a veterinarian.
Hi, Trixie. Hi, Alice. Trixie, what's wrong? Oh, I'm just kind of sad. Oh, come on now. We got it pretty good since moving out here from New York. I mean, what were the chances of us finding a low-rent, high-rise apartment here in Mill Valley? I know, Alice, but... And Ralph landed his job right away driving for Golden Gate Transit. And Ed got his job working the sewers for the Tamalpais Community Services District.
I know, but Ed and I are still having problems making ends meet. He hasn't taken me out to dinner in ages, and his idea of an elegant meal is eating in at Subway.
Oh, Trixie, it can't be that bad. Oh gosh, look at the time. If I don't get to the shopping and have supper on the table by the time Ralph gets home, there will be hell to pay. I'm just running down to Whole Foods. Why don't you come with me? Whole Foods? I wish I could afford to shop at Whole Foods. Oh, it'll get better, Trixie, I promise.
Alice! I'm home! Boy, dinner better be cooking! One of these days, Alice, one of these days, pow, zoom! To the moon, Alice! To the moon!
Hey, Ralphie boy!
Jesus, Norton, don't scare me like that.
Oh, yeah, you could have a heart attack.
Nah, don't be silly. I'm in great shape.
Yeah, you got a shape all right.
Ah, come on, look at me. I'm the picture of health.
Picture, huh? Well, let's see, how would I describe you? Well, you got very well-developed muscles. You got a good bone structure, very good bone structure. Fine frame.
That's right.
And the whole thing is covered with fat.
Wait a Why, Jesus, Don, what are you doing climbing into a fire escape anyway?
Well, I wanted to talk to you, Ralph, without Trixie finding out.
Well, what's the matter? You ain't sick or nothing, are you?
No, nothing like that. It's just, well, we've been having a little trouble making ends meet. I'd like to take her out to dinner and buy her flowers, and maybe get one of the new color TVs, but I ain't just making enough dough.
Come on, Norton. You're a valued employee of the sewer district, right? And you do a good job for them, right? And they'd be lost without you, right?
Yeah.
So, Norton, you know what? You gotta grab the bull by the horns. You gotta go up to that boss of yours, Elam, isn't it?
Yeah, Mr. Elam.
Okay, so tomorrow, you go up to your boss and you say to him, Mr. Elam, I'm a valued employee of the sewer district. I deserve a raise, and I'm not gonna take no for an answer. Norton, I guarantee you'll have that raise by the end of the day.
Gosh, I don't know, Ralph.
Norton, come on now. Are you a man or a mouse?
Well,
Norton, come on. I'll buy you a beer at the 2 a.m. club.
Oh, hi, Ed.
well, hi, Alice. Is Ralph home yet?
No, not yet, Ed. Have you had your supper already?
Nah, I haven't even been upstairs yet.
Is there something bothering you, Ed?
No, bother me. You kid? No.
Well, I've got some delicious goulash on the stove. How about trying some?
I just don't feel like eating.
You don't feel like eating? Now I know there's something bothering you. Come on, out with it. Did something go wrong at work today?
Well, now that you ask, I had a few words today with my boss, John Elam.
Oh, well, those things happen to anybody.
Yeah, but they don't happen to anybody in this way. After what he said to me today, I find it impossible to work one more day for him in that sewer.
Well, what did he say to you?
You're fired.
Oh, and he fired you?
Yeah, I demanded a raise, and he fired me. Can you believe that? Good old Ed Norton, reliable old Ed Norton, working all these years in the sewer, and now everything's down the drain.
Oh, Ed.
And I don't know what I'm going to do now. I don't know how I'm going to tell Trixie. I ain't got to annoy you. Hey, Alice, you know, you and Trixie have been friends for a long time. You know, maybe you could go upstairs and just break the news to her, huh?
Oh, no, Ed. This is a man's job.
Yeah, you're right. I'm going to ask Ralph to do that.
Ed, this is something you're going to have to do yourself. You have to tell Trixie.
I don't know what I'd say to her. I can't think of anything. I can't believe how everything went wrong. Hey, I know, I got it. I can tell her we went broke. Yeah, the TCSD went bankrupt. No, huh?
Ed, there's simply no way of getting out of this. You have got to go upstairs and tell Trixie yourself.
You're right. I gotta face the music. Fight fire with fire.
Hi, Ann.
Oh, hi, Ralph. Ralph, I've got some awful bad news for you. Ed was fired.
What?
Yeah, he threatened his boss, told him he had to have a raise or else. Now, I wonder who could have talked him into doing a thing like that.
Yeah, you know, I wonder who could have talked him into doing a thing like that.
Well, you know it couldn't have been Ed's idea. Well, that just doesn't sound anything like him at all. I know who it probably was. Probably one of those big mouth characters. You know how those big mouths are, Ralph.
Yeah.
So easy. Always so easy to tell somebody else. Butting into everybody else's business. Those big mouths are all the time telling everybody else how to run their lives, but they never have the courage to do it themselves.
Now, wait a minute, Alice. I got courage.
What?
I mean, you know, I wouldn't tell someone to quit their job unless I had the courage to do it myself.
Well, thank goodness you're smart enough to mind your own business.
Yeah, but I wonder, did he tell Trixie that?
Well, he just went upstairs, but he's worried about how she's going to take it.
Yeah, you know, I wonder what he's going to tell her.
Well, what can he tell her except to say that he was fired? Boy, if I could only get my hands on whoever it was that gave Ed that advice.
Oh, hey, Ralph.
Oh, hiya, Norton.
Did you go up and tell Trixie Ed? How did she take it?
I chickened out. I just couldn't tell her. I went upstairs and I stood outside the door and I just couldn't think of what to say. Yeah, I can't believe how everything went wrong today. Hey, Ralph, I got to work this morning.
No, it doesn't make any sense to, rehash everything. It'll just make you feel worse. Just forget about it, Norton. Just forget about it, and you'll feel better just like that.
Yeah, I guess you're right, Ralph. I gotta forget about the past and concentrate on the future, huh?
That's right.
All right, well, I'm gonna go across the street and buying some flowers. Maybe that'll help lighten the blow, huh?
Well, you know, Norton, now listen, you know, if you're ever short on cash, you know, you just have to ask me.
Oh, thanks, Ralph. Nah, I got a couple bucks stashed away, and you know, we'll be okay.
Well, you know, if you ever need anything, though, you know where to find me.
Okay, thanks, Ralph.
Aw, Ralph, I'm real glad you're such a good friend to Ed. He and Trixie really need you now. We've got to do everything we can for them now.
Yeah.
Oh, Ralph, you know, there's one thing I forgot to mention to you. Yeah, I don't want you to feel sorry for me about losing my job on account of the advice you gave me. I mean, after all this good advice, you know, unfortunately, it just not turned out the way it did.
How could you tell a thing like this to Norton? Now what's he supposed to do?
Ralph, Ed's been fired. I wonder why he didn't come home. He's such a good worker. How did they do this to him?
How did you find out?
One of the workers called to console him. I don't know where he is. I hope he's okay.
Now take it easy, Trixie. Ed's all right.
Yeah, he's fine, he's fine. Yeah, he just went across the street to buy you some flowers.
Flowers?
Yeah, he was worried about how you were going to take it.
Worried about me, but I've been worried about him. He had his heart set on getting that raise. How could they do this to him? It must have been a terrible shock. Oh, darling, hi, honey. Now, don't you be discouraged. The worst thing that sewer district ever did was letting you go.
You know?
Of course I am. But you're going to get a better job. I know you will.
Oh, Trixie, you're a wonderful woman. Are you sure you're not angry at me for losing my job?
Of course not.
Are you positive?
Positive.
Oh, okay, everybody just stay right where you are. I'll be right back.
Wait, where are you going?
Well, I mean, now that everything's okay, I'm going to take these back to the forest. You guys, I got great news. I got my job back.
What? Well, how did that happen?
I don't know, but Mr. Elam called me up this morning and he said I got my job back and my raise and everything. I gotta go. I don't want to be late for work.
Oh, man. Boy, that's a relief. But I wonder how all that happened.
Well, Ralph, if you must know, I went down to Ed's work and I spoke with his boss. I told him it wasn't Ed's fault that some big mouth friend of his worked to it. And then I just reminded him what a good worker that is and that they'd be hard pressed to find another worker as good as he is.
Oh, baby, you're the greatest.
Jerry, I'm glad you could join us for dinner. Honey, could you get Jerry a glass of wine, please?
Hey, thanks, Louis. You always have the best ones.
There you go, thank you. Snuggles, could you get us some cigars, please? Oh, thank you. Sweetie Pie, could you get us some cheese and crackers, please?
You know, Louis, thanks for having me. After all these years, I think it's so wonderful how you still use these pet names when you talk to your wife.
What else can I do? I forgot her name 10 years ago.
By golly, this is a special day. I'm celebrating.
What a coincidence. Me too. What are you celebrating?
Well, I'm a chicken farmer, and for years, many of my hens have been infertile. But today, all of my hens are fertile.
What a coincidence. My husband and I have been trying to have a child for years now. And today I found out I was pregnant. Hey, how did you get your chickens to be fertile?
Well, I switched roosters.
What a coincidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Julie Stewart.
Tell me that you're leaving. I can't believe it's true. Boy, there's just no living without you. Don't take your love away from me. Don't you leave my heart in misery. 'Cause if you go, then I'll be blue. 'Cause breaking up is hard to do. Remember when you held me tight and you kissed me all through the night? Think of all that we've been through, and breaking up is hard to do. They say that breaking up is hard to do. Now I know that it's true. Don't say that this is the end. Instead of breaking up, I wish that we were making up again. I beg of you, don't say goodbye. Won't you give our love just one more try? Come on, baby, let's start anew. 'Cause breaking up is hard to do. They say that breaking up is hard to do. Now I know that it's true. Don't say that this is the end. Instead of breaking up, I wish that we were making up again. I beg of you, don't say goodbye. Won't you give our love just one more try? Come on, baby, let's start anew. 'Cause breaking up is hard to do. Breaking up is oh so hard to do.
The Carol Butler Dancers.
Come on, everybody, and snap your fingers. Come on, everybody, clap your hands with love. Come on, everybody, take a real deep breath and repeat after me. Hello, my baby. Hello, my baby. Hey, 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 my baby loves me. Come on, everybody, and whistle this tune right now. Come on, everybody, and stomp your feet real loud. Come on, everybody, take a real deep breath and repeat after me. Hello, baby. Hello, my baby. Hey, 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 my baby loves me. Well, ain't nothing wrong with the warm-hand music like from these morning songs. Well, baby, put the guitar in my
shouldn't we fall in love? Our hearts are made of it. Let's take a chance. Why be afraid of it? Let's close our eyes and make our own paradise. Little we know it, still we can try to make a go of it.
You know, when I die, I want to go like my father did, peacefully and in his sleep. Certainly not screaming and crying like those passengers in his car.
You don't need a parachute to skydive. You only need a parachute to skydive twice.
Sex is like playing bridge. If you don't have a good partner, you better have a great hand.
I've had a really tough week. My wife left me for a tractor salesman. I got a John Deere letter in the mail.
I used to be indecisive. No, I'm not sure.
Did you hear the Energizer Bunny was arrested? No. Yeah, he was charged with battery.
My stepbrother is missing, so we had to put his picture on a carton of half and half.
So, Shannon, how did those test questions go?
The questions were easy.
Great.
I had trouble with the answers.
They show you how detergent takes out blood stains. Well, I think if you've got a lot of blood stains on your t-shirt, laundry isn't your biggest problem.
There are girls just like for some kissing and to kiss me a few. Oh, those girls don't know what they're missing. I've got a lot of living to do, and there's why already for tasting there's Cadillacs already, and you gotta move. Boys, time is a wasting. There's such a lot of living to do.
Hey, man, guess what? I'm getting married.
Oh, don't get married, Lewis.
Don't get married? No.
You know, they say that, what do they say? They say it's a heck of a lot easier if you just find a woman you hate and buy her a house.
Sex isn't the
but it's still on the list.
I used to be a banker, but then I lost interest.
I've decided to live forever. And look, so far so good.
I saw a woman the other day with a sweatshirt that said guess on the front of it. So I looked at her and I said, implants?
I'm reading this book about anti-gravity. I just can't put it down.
Have you ever noticed when a dog, have you ever noticed when you go in a dog's face it gets mad at you, but when you take it on a car ride, it sticks its head right out the window?
I asked God for a bicycle, but then I remembered God doesn't work that way. So I stole a bicycle and asked for forgiveness.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like a fellow once said, ain't got a kick in the head. The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't got a hole in that boat.
Janet, after sex, do your eyes tear and burn and do you cough? All the time. Why do you think that is? I think it might be the pepper spray.
They're a lot like lawnmowers. They're super loud. They emit noxious odors, and half the time they hardly work.
You know, I should have known it wasn't going to work out between my ex-wife and me. After all, I'm a Libra and she's a bitch! Yeah! Don't you know it?
Rhubarb pie, an apple bend out, makes your eyes light up. Your tongue is say howdy. Rhubarb pie, an apple bend out, I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Rhubarb pie, an apple bend out, makes the sun come out when heavens are cloudy. Rhubarb pie, an apple bend out, I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Mama, when you bake, Mama, don't want cake. Mama, for my
be happy all day long, and this would be my song. Balls to you, sir, up and down the corn. Balls to you, sir, up and down the corn. Balls to you, sir, up and down the corn. Balls to you, sir, up and down the corn. Balls to you, sir,
If I were not upon the stage, something else I'd rather be. If I were not upon the stage, a naughty, nursey me. Happy all day long, and this would be my song. Take your pulse, drop your pants, this won't hurt a bit. Take your pulse, drop your pants, this won't hurt a bit.
balls to you, sir, balls to you, sir. Taxi driver, honk, 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 beep, beep.
Oh, so happy all day long. And this would be my happy song. First position, second position, show
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I slept with 3 different women last night.
So, my son, how long has it been since you've been to confession?
I've never been to confession before. I'm Jewish.
Oh, why are you telling me?
Are you kidding? I'm telling everybody.
Oh, you were going out.
I'm not going anywhere.
That's my girl. Toss it aside.
Caitlin can have that Twitter head all over herself.
Let me guess. He's a mealy-mouthed, milk-toast, dimwit, nitwit, bumblehead, airhead, jive-ass, candy-ass man.
I have no idea what you just said, but it sounds right.
Well, I told you about men, didn't I? I told you they were all scoundrels. I told you that you should steer clear and just go out on your own. I told you I'm sure of it.
I'm pretty sure I was not listening.
I bet you were not listening, but now you're listening. Your mama done told you when you were not listening. Your mama done told you, hon. A man's gonna sweet talk.
Sweet talk?
He'll friend you on Facebook. But when the sweet talk is done, a man is a two-face.
Two-face?
He'll give you the bling and then leave you to sing the blues in the night.
Now the rains have fallen, but he's never fallen easy.
Your mama done told you.
You, the walls they whisper, you ain't so special,
mister. You'll see.
Your mama done told you how we are woo-wee. Just give him a sack and don't take him back. Make him sing the blues tonight.
From Oakland to Boston, from LA to Tahoe, wherever those scoundrels go, they charm us with big butts and fool us with big talk. But there's one thing I know: if a man doesn't love you, just throw back his ring and leave him to sing the blues in the night. So, there was this one guy, Jake, who was so mean to me that I had to take his baseball bat and smash his car window.
Yeah.
But you can't do that.
Oh.
So, is he a black-hearted sneaker-bellied?
No, he's a ghoulish creeper belly.
And a fecal-smelling, toe jam-eating, a solid lot who quite possibly lies and cheats and most definitely will make women cry.
Ooh, do you know him?
My mama told me, now that I'm listening, my mama told me,
I should scratch out his eyeballs and kick him in the
and when the damage is done,
You'll have back your freedom and won't ever see him. And it's gonna be in the night.
oh yeah. Oh honey, I know it's our wedding night, but please be gentle with me. I'm still a virgin.
What are you talking about? You've been married 3 times.
Well, my first husband was a gynecologist, and all he wanted to do was look at it. My second husband was a psychiatrist, and all he wanted to do was talk about it. My third husband was a stamp collector, and do I miss him?
You know, Dad, I'm thinking of divorcing my wife. She hasn't spoken to me in over 6 months. You know, you might want to think that over, son. Women like that are hard to find.
Hello, I'm Hugh Hefner, and welcome to Playboy After Dark. Don't go too far, I'm going to need you later. Tonight I've invited many of my friends, some of whom will perform for you. Let's see, who do we have here first? Oh, Miss Julie London, will you please step up here? Thank you. Welcome, Julie.
Hello, Mr. Hefner.
Oh, Julie, all my friends call me F.
Well, okay, F.
So, Julie, what are you going to sing for us tonight?
I'm going to sing Fly Me to the Moon.
Take it away, Julie.
Julie. Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
Thank you, Julie, that was wonderful. Now, where can the folks at home get a copy of that song?
Well, it's on my new album, My Name is Julie.
And is that available in record stores now?
Yes, it is, and you can actually get it available on a single 45, too.
Well, I'm sure after tonight, Julie, it'll sell 1 million copies. Now, I understand you're going to be appearing on Johnny Carson later this evening and need to leave us now.
Yes, I am, but it's been wonderful being here. Thank you so much.
And thank you, Julie, and welcome back next time. And now we have two of the funniest women in show business. Please welcome Miss Phyllis Diller and Miss Joan Rivers.
Darling, what's that you're wearing? Is it Coco Chanel or is it Downtown Goodwill? Oh, do you like it? I had it made special. Oh, I get it now. It goes with the hair. Hey, I'll have you know, I've turned many a head in my day. And a few stomachs. Oh, yes, I know. The sex appeal is all gone. If my husband didn't toss and turn all night, we never would have had the kid. Well, the other night, I asked my husband, Fame, for a goodnight kiss. He got up and he put on his work clothes. Yes. Oh, things are dropping so fast. My gynecologist is wearing a hard hat. Talk about sagging. I had a pain right below my left breast. I went to the doctor. Turns out it was a trick knee. True. The boobs, oh, they used to be in the promenade deck, and now they're in steerage. But you know what else I hate, Joan? Housework. I mean, they say it can't kill you, but I say, why take a chance? Yes, I know. You do the dishes, and you make the beds, and 6 months later, you gotta do it all over again. My oven is so filthy, I have to make cupcakes one at a time. Yes, but I can use my oven as a smoke alarm. Well, you know what else is the worst, Joan? Office parties. You know what the worst thing is about Christmas office parties? Having to look for a new job the next day. Yes. Oh, yes. Can we talk? You know, I'm not saying that she's easy, the tramp. But she's been in more hotel rooms than I can count. That's why her nickname is Gideon. Oh, darling, come on. Look who's talking. For her, getting out of bed is a career move. No, I'll have you know Robert Redford once asked me out. That's because she was in his room. Oh my gosh, I am unfriending you from my what happened to your Facebook.
I think that's enough. Thank you so much. Now, there are many outstanding female vocal groups these days, but none of them compare with my next guest. Please welcome the McGuire Sisters.
Hiya.
Let's see, you must be Christine.
No, I'm Phyllis.
Okay, and you're Dorothy.
Nope.
You must be Christine, and you're Dorothy.
Right?
And my goodness, we have two Phyllises here tonight. I understand you're from the Midwest.
That's right, yeah. We're from Middleton, Ohio, and we've been singing together since 1935.
I started when I was 4 years old.
Well, you've come a long way since then, so what will you be singing for us tonight?
It's been on the top of the charts all week. Sincerely.
Okay, take it away, ladies. And finally tonight, I've invited one of my dearest friends. Please welcome Mr. Rodney Dangerfield. Now, Rodney, you're not from the Midwest, are you?
No, what are you kidding me? Nah, I grew up in New York. Life was tough there, you know, and my old man was tough on me too. When I told him I was tired of running around in circles, he nailed my other foot to the floor. It was awful. I could tell my parents hated me. My bath toys were a radio and a toaster. Boy, I tell you, I was ugly. Man, I was so ugly when I was born. After the doctor cut the cord, he hung himself with it. I was so ugly, my mother breastfed me through a straw. And one year, I was the poster boy for birth control. Oh, God, it was awful, I tell you. I was so ugly. When I went to freak shows, they let me in for nothing. It was awful, I tell you. It was just terrible. Oh, God, you know, and I grew up in a tough neighborhood, too, you know. Very tough. After we first moved in, I asked the neighbor, how far is it to the subway? I don't know, she said. Nobody's ever made it that far. And the like Vinny's Knuckle Room, Aldo, formerly Nunzio's, formerly Vito's. One of the items on the menu was broken leg of lamb. Even my finger bowl had 3 fingers in it. And Vito, boy, that was a tough guy, very tough. You know, one time he said to me, hey kid, you want to go hunting? I said, I'm game, and he shot me. I tell you, I never get any respect, no respect at all. One day when I was little, I went for a walk, and I got lost, so I asked the cop if he would help me find my parents. Do you think we can find them, I asked? I don't know, he said. There's so many places to hide. No respect at all, My uncle's dying wish was to have me sit in his lap. He was in the electric chair. No respect at all. It was awful. Last week, for example, last week I went for a walk in the park, and some guy followed me around with a pooper scooper. Come on, folks, that's a good one. It's not so bad. You get up here and do this, you know what I'm saying? Give it a shot. Give it a shot. Give me some respect, you know what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you. See, now you messed me up. Oh, yes, I remember. This girl called me up and said, come on over. There's nobody home. So I went over. Nobody was home. And my parents, they would never take me to the zoo. They always said, if they want you, they'll come and get you. I never get respect, but I tell you, now that I'm getting older, I got a lot of aches and pains. So I go see my doctor, Dr. Vinny Boombats, and he tried to help me lose weight. Oh, you know Vinny, he's a good guy. He tried to help me lose weight. He told me to run 5 miles a day for 2 weeks. Afterward, I called him up and said, hey, Doc, what do I do now? I'm 70 miles from home. And when I went in for my physical, he wanted a urine sample, a stool sample, and a semen sample. So I gave my underpants and went home. Yeah, recently I saw my shirt, and he said to me, you're going crazy. I said, I want a second opinion. He said, okay, you're ugly too. I can't get lucky, no matter how hard I try. I'm sitting on top of the world, and I got hemorrhoids. Well, you can't win them all. So anyway, the kids today, they're so smart. The kids are so smart.
Yeah.
I took my son to Coney Island, and I asked him if he wanted to go into the crazy house. He said to me, save your money, Dad. We'll be home soon. And he drives me nuts, absolutely nuts. For 3 years now, he goes to a private school. He won't tell me where it is. Boy, I tell you, my wife, she's something else, that wife of mine. Boy, when I met my wife 28 years ago, I asked her to go steady. She said, try prune juice. But now it's great, now it's wonderful. But 2 times a week, we go out to a nice restaurant. We have a little wine, some good food. She goes on Tuesdays, I go on Friday. Sound familiar? Yeah, I know. How about this? And we sleep in separate beds, too. Oh, God. Hers is in Florida, mine's in New York. On our anniversary, I said, honey, where would you like to go? She said, how about somewhere I haven't been for a while? I said, okay, how about the kitchen? And I really pulled the stops out for her birthday. For her birthday, I bought her an electric blender, an electric toaster, and an electric can opener. But guess what? She complained. She said, with all these gadgets around here, there's no place to sit. So I bought her an electric chair. Oh, God. One night, though, I couldn't sleep. So I went down to the local bar. I walked up to the bartender and said, surprise me. He showed me a naked picture of my wife. Oh, God. Yeah, one time when we were checking into a hotel, I asked the bellhop to handle my bag. He felt up my wife. Come on, I love that You know, it's thank you, sweetheart. Oh, come and see me after the show. I'll show you what I got. I can show you. That's actually a bad lead into my next joke. Because I was going to say, when you get older, you know, it's hard to perform in the bedroom, but not me. It's hard to perform in the bedroom, right, guys? You got to admit it. So, you know, last week, you know, I asked my wife if she would put out the garbage. She said, why should I? You never put out for me. Get this, though, get this. The next morning, she ran after the garbage truck yelling, am I too late for the garbage? The driver said, no, jump in. When my old man wanted sex, my mother would show him a picture of me. I tell you, I never get any respect, you know, no respect at all. God. One night after making love to this girl, you know, she started crying. So I asked her, are you going to hate yourself in the morning? She said, no, I hate myself now. Thank you.
Ronnie, that was hilarious. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Hugh Hefner, and we'll see you next time on Playboy After Dark.
Now that we're married, I got a few ground rules. First, I'll come home when I want to, if I want to. Second, when I do come home, I expect an excellent dinner to be waiting for me. And third, I'll go hunting, fishing, play book with my buddies. Don't you give me a hard time about it, would you? These are my rules. Any comments?
No, dear, that's fine. Just know that there'll be sex here at 7 o'clock every night, whether you're here or not.
Say, sleep with me for, say, $1 million?
Why, yes, I think I would.
Would you sleep with me for $20?
No, what kind of woman do you think I am?
Oh, we've already established that. We're just negotiating the price.
Chief, how are the planets adjusting to life in Mill Valley?
Well, if my wife had anything to say about it, they'd be back in Cactus Creek tomorrow. But the bank needs their money, and that means we have to do everything we can to make sure they're happy. And by we, Hathaway, I mean you. Otherwise, Mill Valley's savings and loan might go under. Come on, let's see how they're doing.
Jim, I don't know why you had to buy such a big place. Just when I get cut in done, I gotta start all over again.
Now, Granny, don't you start up again. Mr. Drysdale says every millionaire in Mill Valley's got a big house like this one.
There's that noise again. I think this house is haunted. There's spooks in them walls.
Someone at the door, I'll get it. Why, Mr. Drysdale, Miss Jane, how nice to see you.
We thought we'd stop by and see how you were settling in.
Well, I don't like it.
Right. Mill Valley is a wonderful place. The restaurants, El Paseo, the Buckeye, and the wonderful stores. Have you been to Whole Foods? There's 2 of them, for some reason.
Booyah at Whole Foods. Jim Brown took me there yesterday, and their greens are something called organic. Hey, Jethro, get in here, boy.
sixth grade education.
Gosh, Brennan, I reckon I don't know.
Why, you? Jim, I told you all that schooling was a waste of time.
Greg, organic means grown. I'm not sure wrong.
And another thing, they ain't got no possum. How am I gonna make my famous possum belly stew when they ain't got no possum? Jim, get your gun. Go shoot me a possum.
No, Mr. Clampett, that's probably not a good idea. Miss Hathaway, go get Granny some possum. No buts. Remember the $25 million. All right, I'll do it myself. Granny, Mr. Clampett, we'll be back in a little while with possum.
Okay.
Frank! Paul! I done caught me a new critter out there.
Oh boy, I'll put it hot on the stove.
Now, hold on a minute, Granny. What kind of a critter did you catch?
I done caught me a newt.
Well, that ain't no newt, Ellie Mae. Newt's a slimy critter.
Oh, Paul. He said so.
Well, you can't keep him. Now, you turn him loose so he can fall back under that rock he come out from.
Yeah, look, he's not even good for eating all that fat on him. Yep, send him back to him with his own kind.
Okay, come on, little critter.
Well, you're going to get nuked in 2016.
Hey, Jeff. Hey, Granny. I met a new friend who plays for the Giants.
Giant, what?
Oh, Granny, the Giants are a baseball team.
There's a whole team of giants?
What's this baseball thing, boy?
It's some kind of sport. They use this here ball.
How do you play it?
Reckon I don't know, but my friend said they're always looking for big, strong pitchers.
Oh, well, if they don't find one to chip them at,
No, Granny, in baseball, the pitcher is someone who throws this here ball.
Well, what do they throw it at, Jeffro?
They throw it at a plate.
Do they bust the plate?
No, Ellie, this kind of plate is made out of wood or something, and it sits in the ground.
well, you won't catch me eating off of it.
You don't eat off of it, Granny. A feller standing beside it holding the bat.
Oh, that? Well, that sounds like something you play in a cave.
How do you hold the bat?
Oh, well, okay. There's only one way to hold the bat. You gotta grab that little varmint by the wings and spread eagle it so he can't bit you.
No, Granny.
Hey, you ever been bat bit, boy?
Well, no.
Well, then don't tell me about bat bit. I was bat bit before you was born.
These bats don't bite, Granny. These made out of wood.
A wood bat?
Yes, ma'am. And you don't play baseball in a cave neither. They play it on a diamond.
A diamond?
Yes, ma'am.
Who told you that, boy?
My new friend. He should be here shortly.
Bro, I think he's pulling your leg, boy.
There's that spook again. And he won't give up, will he?
I bet that's him now. Jed, Granny, tell me, this here's my new friend Brian. Brian, this here's my Uncle Jed, and my Granny, and this here's my cousin Ellie Mae.
Well, I'm pleased to meet everybody.
Well, you don't look like no giant.
No. The Giants is the name of the team I play on, see? Team.
Yeah.
I think I caught me a mountain man. Can I keep him, Granny?
Ellie Mae, you get your paws off of him. He's my friend. I found him first.
Did not.
Did so?
Did not.
Did so?
Did not.
Knock it off, you two.
I'll tell you what, Ellen May, I'll introduce you to some of my teammates. There's Buster, the Freak, oh, the Kung Fu Panda, oh, and a baby giraffe.
Sounds like a whole bunch of fun critters.
We gotta go. Brian's gonna teach me how to shoot golf.
That's great, boy. I'll fetch your gun.
Oh, can I go shoot me some golf too?
Oh, Uncle Jed, does she have to go with us?
Now, Jeffro, you know Cousin Ellie Mae's just as good a shot as you are. I reckon even a mite better. She help you shoot some golf.
No, you know, golf is a game. You don't need a gun.
Well, how do you play that?
Well, You hit this little ball with a long stick.
Yeah, that sounds like baseball.
Well, Mr. Brown, I got a baby beaver back there I want to show you.
I'm looking forward to it.
Randy, you ever notice how every time we hear that sound, someone comes a knocking at our door?
I know, it's like that spook knows when there's someone coming to visit.
Mr. Drysdale, Miss Jane, come on in.
Well, you got possum?
Well, the butcher is cleaning it for you.
Sakes alive, I'm gonna go put a pot on the stove.
So, Mr. Drysdale, for what do we have the honor of your visit? Let's say, there's nothing wrong with my money, is there?
Oh, no, Mr. Clark. Mr. Drysdale and I are here to have you sign some papers.
Papers? What's that all about?
Well, as much as I love having your money in the bank, and I do love that, we thought it'd be better if you invested it so you could make even more money.
Well, now, that sounds like a right fine idea. Where do I sign?
Right here. Let me tell you about where you're going to be investing your money. Circuit City, Tower Records, Linens and Things, Delano Supermarket.
God, I think we want to like it here in Mill Valley.
Did, come on, we got work to do.
Well, thank you, Mr. Drysdale, Miss Jane. We'll see you soon.
Gee, what a great investment plan. Now the Clements will stay in town and keep putting their money in the Mill Valley Savings and Loan.
Keep coming up with good ideas like this, Hathaway, and you'll keep your job.
They will become pillars of the community, even join the improvement fund.
I'm going to take Jen around to the Rotary Club luncheon next week, as soon as we get him some decent clothes.
Gee, I think that we should celebrate our success with the Clements. Let's go to the Buck-Up. I hear they have a new special treat, something called Long Island Iced Tea.
That sounds classy. What is it?
Something like a lemonade. Very refreshing.
Sounds good. I'll drive, you'll buy.
Oh, well.
Every time I need that Jethro, he's either playing a game or chasing some gal.
What for do you need Jethro, Granny?
Why, we have deliveries to make. You know.
What are you talking about?
Jed, don't be so thick. You know, moonshine, white lightning, the real stuff.
Granny, I thought you said you were going to stop doing that.
Well, you invest your money the way you want. I still got to earn my kitchen money.
And I don't even think it's legal here in California. And Mrs. Drysdale said it wasn't fit for people with our statue here in the community. Something like that.
No phooey on that no-team neighbor. Why, Jed, it's a family tradition. I've been running my still since before you was born. And I ain't gonna stop just because you truck all the way across the country to
Mill Valley.
Mill Valley. And besides, look at the orders I got. Quite. Fireside, the 2 Club, and the Buckeye.
Well now, I understand the boys down at the 2 a.m. club were over at the Fireside wanting a little taste of the country, but how would the Buckeye play some more?
I don't know. Jethro says they put it in a tall glass on ice, and they pour some Pepsi-Cola on the top and throw on some fruit.
Carnation, Granny, that's a terrible thing to do to a batch of your finest squeezies.
I know. And then those slickers charge him $5 and call it a Long Island iced tea. Well, where you two been?
Well, that Brian wasn't no mountain man, but all his friends were real cute. I could have caught me one or two, but Jethro here wouldn't let me.
She embarrassed me by hitting that little golf farther than the boys could. They didn't even want to play with us after that.
Well, never mind all that. We got deliveries to make.
Drysdale, the lady next door, called our office and asked us to pick up some copper tubing and some smelly old pots and pipes in the backyard. Is there something wrong?
Jim! That's a final straw! Get the truck and load her up! We're gonna go somewhere where we belong, like Petaluma!
How you doing?
You don't want to know. It's a lousy spring, a lot of rain, a lot of cold, and there just aren't enough flowers to pollinate.
Why don't you fly down the corner, hang a left, and go for the bar mitzvah? You know, they'll have a lot of fruit, a lot of flowers.
Okay, I'll check it out.
Later that day,
So how was it?
Oh, it's great.
What's that you're wearing on your head?
Well, that's a yarmulke.
Why are you wearing a yarmulke?
Well, I didn't want him to think I was a wasp.
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome world-class ventriloquist Barbara Roberts and her little pal, Sarah.
Well, Governor Palin, how are you today?
Oh, real good, Barbara. It's a real pleasure to be here tonight with you and all these folks talking about the issues.
What are some of the issues you're focusing on these days?
Well, you know, Barbara, we're losing those great family values this country was founded on.
Know what you mean?
Todd and I like to spend quality time with our kids. Why, just the other day, me and the grandkids were out in our Sikorsky copter shooting at Timberwolf pups. And little Trip said to me, Grandma, why is the elite liberal agenda trying to erode our family values?
Trip said that?
I know, he's real precocious for a 4-year-old.
Precocious. That's a pretty big word for you, Sarah.
I know. I've been spending more time with my coach. Another big word's Obama.
Well, what do you think of Obama's foreign policy approach to the Arab Spring movement? You know, the rise of the Arab leaders like Mahmoud Abbas, Hosni Mubarak, and Aziz Abdul Ismail.
So tight. But you know, Barbara, that question's a real question. And we're all here tonight talking about the issues and all those soccer moms out there. And so, you know,
Well, you really tackled that question, Sarah.
you betcha.
Well, my view is that the Egyptians will take a more secular approach.
My view is a brush up from my house.
You never cease to amaze me, Sarah.
The folks call me a maverick in politics.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm a maverick on TV, too.
Oh, okay.
Now I want to be a maverick on the stage. Can I be in your act?
Well, do you have any talent?
I have a big smile, like Tina Fey.
You remind me a little of Tina Fey.
And I can memorize my lines, like I can still say Ahmadinejad.
Oh, you said that quite a lot.
And folks just like me. Hey, a big shout out there to you guys in the back. God love you sitting way back there.
Well, to be in my act, you have to sing. Can you sing?
You're darn tootin' I can sing.
Well, let's try that song I sent to you then.
Where have all the flowers gone? Long time has seen. Where have all the flowers gone?
Sarah, what do you think that song is about?
It's about flowers, and they're gone.
It's about war, and the soldiers are dying in the war, they're the flowers.
Well, that's depressing.
Well,
I don't want to sing about war.
well, what do you want to sing?
How about a song that celebrates the great values in this country we call America? Over hill, over dale, we will hit the dusty trail as the caissons go rolling along.
Sarah, that is an army song. It's about war, too.
Really?
Yes, what do you think the caissons are?
Well, it's on the dusty trail, so I was thinking cows.
Cows, really?
Well, I don't know all the brands of cows.
Oh, it's not cows, Sarah.
Oh, I know. It's a kind of chicken.
That's capons. No, we're not going to have to sing the army song in my act, sorry.
Oh, come on, Barbara. It's upbeat and fun to sing. Let's sing it together.
We can't sing a song together.
Well, aren't you the killjoy? I don't think I'd want to be in your act.
Well, you didn't give it much of a try.
I want to spend my time inspiring the people of these states of America. I think I'll go now.
You can't go. You can't go. Ah!
How much does root canal wisdom teeth extraction cost?
Wisdom teeth extraction, I charge $800.
$800? I've been your client for a long time. Come on, you can do, I don't have insurance, you can do a lot better than $800.
All right. I suppose if I don't use any anesthetic, I can knock it down to 500.
That's how we're talking, but you know, I can do without the anesthetic, but still, you can do a lot better now. What else can we do instead of the usual methods?
All right. If I don't use anesthesia and I use a pair of pliers, I can knock it down to 100.
You're getting close, but you went to dental school for years, but you didn't need to go to dental school. You learn how to use pliers. What else how can we do this cheaper still?
All right. I suppose I can let one of my students do it for $10.
That's a deal. Book my wife for next Tuesday.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Heaven has no brighter star than tonight's next stellar guest, the omnipotent master of the North. 36 miles north, to be exact. Please welcome the great Katati. Welcome. Welcome, O great sage. As many of you in the audience may note, I hold in my hand these envelopes. Any child of 4 can see they have been hermetically sealed. They've been kept in an empty number 2 mayonnaise jar on Funk and Waggle's front porch since noon yesterday. No one here tonight knows the nature of the questions contained within these envelopes. But you, O great seer, in your divine and mystical way, will attempt to ascertain the answers to these questions, never having seen them before. Are you ready to begin, most illustrious one?
I am, but I must have complete silence.
You must have complete silence.
Silence?
Now, the first envelope.
The taste.
The taste. Medicacy.
What's the difference between an oral and rectal thermometer? Until he gets caught.
Until he gets caught.
How long does a U.S. congressman serve? Ground sausage. Be a crazed weightlifter clean and jerk your sister. Touchback.
Touchback.
Thank you. Echo. What should you do if a 49ers cheerleader touches you? Stick 'em up! Stick 'em up!
Stick 'em up.
I said it twice already. What should the oil company's new slogan be? Rough cut.
Rough cut.
You always have to repeat it.
Audience understand this?
What do you get from a nearsighted rabbi? Their bag of pop rocks explode in your shorts. The Orient Express.
Orient Express.
Name a drink made with soy sauce and prune juice. Ugly sheep.
Ugly sheep.
No, ugly. You'll get my drift. Where does virgin wool come from? Ugly. Bit of Sahara winds blow a desert scorpion right up your turban. A full moon.
Full moon.
What would you see if Orson Welles dropped his pants?
I now hold in my hand the final envelope.
May a diseased camel make love to your upright vacuum. Okay, let's see. Mount Everest, Peyton Manning, and presidential campaign promises.
Mount Everest, Peyton Manning, presidential campaign promises.
Name a rock, a jock, and a crock.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back the Carol Butler Dancers.
In a cabin down by a canyon, excavating for the mine. Lived a miner from North Carolina, and it was plenty time. Now every morning, just about dawn, when the sun began to shine, rise up, wake all the cows up, and walk them down to my daddy's house. Took the footbridge way across the water, so she waved to 99. The old bridge mind disassembled. Stop turning. Home is right. Crack like thunder. She went under. Blowing bubbles down the line. I'm no swimmer, but were she slimmer, I'd ride a sea by Clementine. She broke the record underwater. I thought that she was doing fine. I wasn't nervous until the service that they held for Clementine. Now she can't sail up if you're on the wheel with your harpoon and your trusty line. If she shows now, well, there she blows now. It may be my Clementine. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Oh, my darling. Sweet Clementine. You may be gone, but you'll never be forgotten. But trust Robinson. So long,
Well, that's it. We are done. It's time to head on home. I'd like to think that it's been fun, but you know I've gotta roam. It's been a long night, but we've had a blast. We hope you think we were a snatch. And don't forget to take your trash. Viva Las Vegas. Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of the 2012 Rhubarb Revue.